Hey guys, Straight Shooter 90 here. It's been a while since my last review. I've moved and I didn't have the internet and just a lot of other complications, so I couldn't keep up with my account very well. I tried to respond to a few comments. But anyway, I'm back and I'm going to do a review on my main firearm that I'm going to be carrying now. I sold my High Point to a friend that needed it more than I did, and so I put that toward my Glock, which I did not do a review on because there's a billion and you don't need me to hear about the Glock. But I didn't like the way that felt in my hand, so I had it for a few months. I loved the way it functioned. I loved the options and the accessories, but it just didn't fit my hand right, and that's very important to me. So this is what I ended up with, the Sig SP2022. This one's in 9mm. They also come in 40 and 357 Sig, I believe. Sig usually does steel framed guns, so this is kind of a new deal. I mean, these have been out for a while, but this is, I really enjoy this. I'm glad that they finally did do a polymer framed gun. Anyway, they have the striker fired or the single action double action. This is this was my choice. $399 for this, brand new. Now they used to come for, I believe, $500, but they also came with night sights in another magazine, which I did not get. I couldn't find that package deal anywhere around, but very satisfied for $400. This is a great purchase. It's unloaded. There's nothing in the mag and nothing in the chamber. So anyway, the gun's clear. Like I said, this is a polymer frame gun, and it's a very solid polymer. I don't throw my guns around, so I'm not sure if it's any better or worse than the Glock's polymer. They've been doing it for a long time, so I'm sure they're about equal. But it does have a certain heft to it that kind of makes it feels really solid to me. It feels a little better, just in my opinion, than the Glock. And it's got a rough texture on either side. I have just a simple Hogue slip-on grip here, just for personal preference. I didn't need it. Actually, I got this for free, and otherwise I probably wouldn't have put it on there because it felt great. It has another back strap that comes with it, and it's a booger to get off there, though. They didn't. I'm not sure they quite thought that through enough. You have to take out the magazine, and then inside here, which I know you're not going to be able to see, but just past right here, there's a little sort of a flap that you really have to push down hard, and then this slides off. But anyway, the other one to me feels a lot more like a Glock. It's not only bigger, but it has a different curvature that has kind of that hump that the Glock has. So anyway, if you do like the Glock feel, you can put that on there. I like the trigger guard. I like that it has a curvature. I like the option of putting my finger on there. I usually don't, but I like options. And it has serrations on there. The trigger pull is pretty good. It's a 10 to 12 pound. I'm not exactly sure, and I'm not going to give you a bunch of specs on this. You guys can look that up. That's what the internet's for. YouTube, this is where you get other information. So you guys can look that up. This is like a 4-pound trigger pull in the single action mode, and I don't have any snap caps, so I'm not going to fire it for you. But it's a very smooth trigger. There's no grit to it whatsoever. There's a little bit of play or lag in the single action mode. It's not the most crisp, but it is smooth. And so overall I'm very pleased with it. You have a rail here. You can put lasers, lights, all kinds of bells and whistles and whatnot on there. This has the decocking safety, or sorry, not the safety, decocking lever. So if you want to safely put it back in double action mode or whatever, just hit that and it safely decocks it. Like I said, not a safety, which I like. I don't think you need safeties. It's not good to trust those, and it's easy to forget that those are on in a life and death situation. So for those of you who you want a good gun, but you don't want a Glock, maybe because you don't have enough training or you just don't like the idea of such a light trigger pull, this is a great option. The single action, double action. The Glock, I know they're very safe, but for somebody who's not going to use these a lot, accidents happen, and I think that a strong first trigger pull is good, if you don't shoot a lot. I just like it. I just like the exposed hammer. Couldn't even tell you why. Maybe it's because it's looks. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't know. I just like it. So anyway, you've got that lever. Here is a really nice big slide release lever. I like it. The Glock was extremely small. Of course, you can pay, for an upgrade and get a nicer slide release or whatever on a Glock. But this one comes with a decent one, and it's not a necessity. I just usually pull the slide with my hand. The takedown is pretty simple. I'm not going to take the time to show you because I'm trying to get through all this as fast as I can because I'm not a partner. Basically, you just slide this back until this notch is over this area here, and you just push this little nub out. You don't need a tool. It's not very hard. It just pops right out. This whole piece comes out, and then this just slides forward. I've noticed it can be a little finicky putting it back together. The barrel, it has to be in a certain position, but it's not a big deal. The finish on this, I cannot remember for the life of me the name of the material it is. It's not Tinifer, but it is a pretty sturdy and good finish. This, I believe, it also comes in stainless finish, so you get like a nice shiny slide there if you want. This is just what I saw, and I like the solid black anyway. So it has nice serrations here. It's a pretty looking gun. It looks nice, and you can be proud to carry this. Once again, I'm not knocking High Point at all, but when you get the extra money, it's always nice to upgrade your firearms. And I will probably own a High Point again, but like I said, for now, this is it. And it's got the 3-dot sights, standard white. You can get a tool to adjust these, like you can just for windage, or just for your eyes, but not elevation. Not a big deal to me. It shoots a little bit low for me, but I have other buddies that they shoot just fine, and some shoot low just like me. It's just everybody's eyes are different. But like I said, it's not a big deal to me because I can shoot consistently with this. And another thing is, and I may talk about this in another video, point shooting. This is great for just point shooting. It's a very natural gun for that, and I think point shooting is something that you should practice because it's just so natural, and it's quick, and there's a lot of guys out there that use it, and they do really well. This is a very accurate gun for me. I can shoot a 20-ounce pop bottle from 25 yards, and that's good enough for me. If you shoot past 25 yards, you're going to have a really tough time explaining to the judge what the heck you were doing. So, very accurate, very reliable, $3.99, brand new with the factory warranty. I couldn't ask for more. It's a little heavier. It's kind of it's a big gun, honestly, for concealed carry. But I do it. I don't mind. Just you get a good belt. I just have like a nylon holster inside the pants holster, and it's not an Uncle Mike's. It's a little sturdier. It's got a woven type fabric on it as well, but very cheap. It was like $13. But very good gun, and if you're looking for a very quality firearm, and it's got a good reputation. The French military purchased several of these. It's been in a few television series and movies. I think it was in the Bourne Identity, or at least one variation, like the SP2009, basically the version before this, and the Lost TV series. It was in there as well. But anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message or leave comments. Like I said, I couldn't quite fit everything in, but thanks for watching.